All right, we are joined now by Kansas State head coach Jeff Mittie and Jordan Spicer and Terrence Sides. We'll start with an opening statement from Coach, then open it up to questions. Coach Mittie?
Yeah, well, glad to be at the tournament. Thought our team played well today. Thought we did some good things. I loved our ball movement for the most part. Defensively, we wanted to get some energy out of the press early. We were able to get some turnovers out of that, and I thought our team played better as the game progressed, and that's what you kind of want. You want to get your feet into the tournament. You want to get your emotions into the tournament. I thought our players were pretty solid. We got production from a lot of people today off the bench, which we've gotten all year. But today I thought we had a lot of players come in and do some good things.
All right, questions? Right here, front row.
Jeff, do you attribute the ball movement to just how well you guys shot it from outside?
Well, I think that we shot it well because the ball moved. I think that when the ball moves like that, it's more like a shooting drill. When when we do a lot of our shooting competitions and a lot of our shooting drills, the ball's moving, the ball's coming from a passer, and when you play with that, that's how you practice shooting. We have a lot of one more pass shooting drills that we do, and I just think that today, when we got it going, we had players turn down good shots to get somebody else a great shot, and that was a lot of fun to watch.
And then, Taryn, you were the one that kind of kept things going, that started things off in the first quarter. You hit those back-to-back threes. What were you feeling out there? And then, obviously, everyone kind of joined in, and I'm sure it got quite fun for you guys.
Yeah, I think as a starter, your job is to get the game rolling and get the team going and playing well together, and I think Gina and the rest of the girls got me in good positions for open looks, and I knocked them down.
Back on the TV stand back there, very, very back.
Hey, Jeff, Andrew Lynn, WWW Topeka. Just talk about Jordan's development over the course of the season, in specific how her shot selection has improved, and it's nice to see the ball go through the hoop, of course.
Yeah, I think she's trusted the offense better. I think that every young player, wants to make plays early, and they can press sometimes, and I think all of our young players have gone through that. I thought today this is one of her better defensive games, so I think she's finding other areas of the floor to be more involved in, and I think that's sparking a lot of her offense as well. So I don't think it's just one area. She's always been a great shooter. She's continued to grow her scoring, which is one of the goals when she came in, was to, we've seen her over the last couple weeks, and probably the last month, back to the basket, drives better. So all in all, I think she's doing a lot of good things.
Can we go right here on the aisle, and then we'll come back to the front. Emma, right.
Her TikTok game's bad, but besides that...
No, he's just scared to make one with me. That's the problem.
I am a little nervous about that.
Hey, Coach, where do you think your team has improved the most this season from the start to where you are today?
I think that's a great question. I think it just got asked. I think our shot decisions are better overall as a group. I think they know who they are better than they did 2 months ago. I think that they've all gone through the hills and valleys of a season. And I said this a couple press conferences ago. When you're a young team, and I think we have the youngest in the Power Four, it's hard to see the growth when you're not getting the result that you want all the time. But I can tell you that when I watch film, I see a lot of growth and I see a lot of good things, and from all of them. And so collectively, I think our shot decisions as a team have gotten better. I think our recognition of how we can help each other play better has gotten better. Defensively, we're still challenged in some areas, but I do think that that's an area that there are moments where I see better things. So probably all of the above, but specifically the shot decisions.
I realize you're just coming off a game, but what concerns you about Texas Tech tomorrow?
I appreciate you letting me enjoy this one, but yes, appreciate that. That's always your guys' job is always so. Well, they've had a fantastic year. They have good balance across the board. I've been a Bailey Maupin fan since she was in high school. I did not like her college choice. Kind of a joke, right?
Yeah.
Since we recruited her. They've got such balance across the board. I thought, Snuda does such a great job coming off the bench. They've got both, I thought Bristow, all of the above. Their length defensively is something that they've been good at all year. So I just think their overall balance is really, really good, and they've played so well all year long.
Tim Everson, the Manhattan Mercury. I know I forgot that the first time. Jordan, I don't know if they told you back there, but you tied the school record for three-pointers made in a game. You broke the school record for three-point percentage in a game. What's just your reaction to that? You're tied with Lori Kane, which is a very special name to K-State fans. What hearing all that after a fun win like that, what's your reaction?
I don't even know what to think, honestly. It's really awesome to hear. But I owe it to my teammates. All my shots came from one more passes. And yeah, without them, I wouldn't have been able to get it done. And just the energy that we all gave each other, I feel like that really helped go into the way I played today. So yeah.
And then when you hit threes back to back to back, what's going through your mind? Is anything going through your mind in that period? Or are you just so locked in? What's going through your head whenever that is taking place?
Nothing. I'm just having fun, if I'm being honest.
I can vouch for that.
PJ Green, Kansas City Star. Just for everyone, mostly Jordan and Taryn. Taryn, I know you've been in this grind in this tournament for a little bit, but just how have y'all prepared for the potential 4 days of just back-to-back games?
Yeah, I think we came in with a mindset that it's a new season. We're going to take it one game at a time, but we want to be here all weekend. And I think just all the preparation from this year, from this summer, it's all comes to fruition right now.
Yeah, I'd say the same thing as Taryn, basically. We are coming in with the mindset of a new season, and we're going to give it our all, that's for sure.
And a lot of buzz about the court. Everyone's talking about the lights and everything. Just y'all the first team to play on it. First impressions of how it feels. Seemed like everyone was flying around a little extra juiced and a little lack of noise that you hear from it.
I thought it was cool. We've practiced on one, and when was that, Florida? So we got to see it then too, but yeah, it was still exciting to play on, and we were the first team to play on it, and we made sure to get the W. You're welcome. But yeah, it was fun, I think.
Do y'all see any differences from playing on hardwood versus playing on that court?
I think it's a little bit different feel, but
Not much.
basketball, I don't know.
Yeah.
Nevaeh, could you get right here on the aisle? Could you raise your hand? There you go.
Hey, Coach. 24 assists, 33 made shots. What can you say about the way this team at times has shown they can share the basketball? In particular, the growth of Gina Garcia ties her career high 10 assists today as well.
Yeah, I thought early in the game, the steals were getting us an open floor, and I thought our group made really good decisions in sharing the ball to the right player. I thought that Gina's the player on the floor that has great awareness of who needs to get the ball when they need to get it. You know, when Jordan hit her stretch, she's got the fun play right in front of the bench, and you can see that coming at half court. Gina knows Jordan's trailing her. She just got to get deep enough to get Jordan a play behind her, which Jordan's got such great range. She doesn't have to get too deep. But, she's continued to grow throughout the year. You're talking about 20 assists in her last couple games. She's finding the right player at the right time. She's hitting them in rhythm, and she's continued to grow all year long.
All right, one last right here in the front.
Hey guys, Sam Lyer, Wildcat 919. Talking about with the tournament style, you two players, growing up with AAU and just how much that's evolved in high school, with the travel and just the amount of games you play in a short amount of time, do you think that affects you as much as it might have before the AAU has become so big?
I'd say, being that, like, obviously, wait, hold on. You go.
I think, yeah, I think in AAU when you play multiple times a day, that kind of helps prepare you for moments like this. We've also played like our Thanksgiving tournament. You're playing back-to-back days. So I think those moments help you prepare you for the Big 12 tournament.
I agree. I think that we're well prepared for it, and yeah, that's what I'd
And
say.
Coach, how have you seen your team grow? We talked about the press earlier in the year. How do you think the team has grown with just the pacing that it takes with the press and just the adrenaline, I think, sometimes that they show in the press?
Yeah, I think we've grown overall as a group. We haven't always used it. We've picked our spots to use it, but it takes a lot of energy. Our rotations, I thought today were pretty good. Our decisions in the press have gotten better. I think we're still a team, though, that has to pick our spots and has to pick the right moments to do it. But I do I do think that a player like Nas plays really well in that and gets some energy from that. I think a player like Gina Garcia, we've seen her steals really accelerate. And Taryn's always been, excellent at reading things in the press. Jordan has continued to improve in that area. She's, I think, more active than she was maybe a month or two ago. And I have always gotten better at the press. So it hasn't been something like when you ask about the growth of this team, that hasn't been something that we started the year doing. So the growth of that has probably come in the last 2 to 3 weeks.